the bustling city of Lagos, where wealth and power shine like the sun, there lived a man named Chief Okey. He was rich, respected, and feared. His mansion was the talk of the town, and his business empire stretched across Nigeria. But behind the high walls of his home, his wife Adaora lived a life of silent suffering. Adaora had once been full of life. When Chief Okey married her, she was young and beautiful, with dreams in her eyes. She thought she had found love, but she soon learned that love had another side, one filled with pain, loneliness, and tears. First, it was small things. Okey stopped saying thank you when she served his food. Then he stopped asking how she was. Soon, he started coming home late, smelling of expensive perfume that was not hers. When she asked, his eyes turned cold. "Do not question me," he would say. The house was grand, but Adaora felt like a prisoner. She was not allowed to visit friends or even call her family without his permission. Her world became smaller every day. Then came the insults. "You are useless," Okey would say. "What do you even do in this house?" It did not matter that Adaora took care of their children, managed the home, and stood by him when he had nothing. To him, she was nothing more than furniture, something to be seen, not heard. One day, Adaora's childhood friend, Ifeoma, came to visit. She was shocked to see the once vibrant Adaora looking pale and thin. "My sister, what is wrong?" Ifeoma asked. Adaora forced a smile. "I am fine." But Ifeoma was not fooled. She took Adaora's hands and whispered, "Love should not feel like a prison." That night, as Adaora lay in bed, her mind raced. Was this really love? Was this what she had promised to endure when she said, "Till death do us part"? The next morning, for the first time in years, Adaora made a decision for herself. She packed a small bag, took her children, and left. She had no grand plan, no money of her own, but she had something more powerful: courage. When Chief Okey came home and found the house empty, he laughed. "She will be back," he said. But days passed, then weeks. People whispered. Chief Okey's wife left him. His friends laughed behind his back. The great chief, abandoned by his wife. One evening, he saw Ifeoma at a restaurant. "Where is she?" he demanded. Ifeoma smiled. "Somewhere she is loved." For the first time in his life, Chief Okey felt something new: regret. He had built a mansion, but he had lost a home. He had gained power, but he had lost the one person who truly cared for him. Years passed, but Chief Okey never found peace. His wealth remained, but his home was empty. The women he entertained never stayed. They came for his money, his name, and the luxury he provided, but none of them cared for him the way Adaora once did. At night, he sat in his grand living room, staring at the expensive chandelier that once lit up a home filled with laughter. Now, silence was his only companion. His children, growing up with Adaora, no longer called him Daddy with excitement. Their visits were short, their words distant. He had lost them too. One day, he swallowed his pride and went to see Adaora. She lived in a modest apartment, smaller than one of the rooms in his mansion, but it was full of warmth. He could hear soft music playing, the smell of home-cooked food filling the air. When she opened the door, she looked at him with calm eyes. Not fear, not sadness, just peace. "I came to say sorry," he said, his voice low. Adaora nodded. "I forgave you a long time ago." He stepped inside, looking around. There were no gold-plated decorations, no marble floors, no expensive furniture, just a simple, cozy home. And yet, it felt richer than anything he had ever owned. "Are you happy?" he asked. "Yes," she said simply. For the first time, Chief Okey understood that love was never about money or control. It was about how you made someone feel. Adaora had left with nothing, but she had found everything. He had everything, yet he was left with nothing. As he walked away, he realized that sometimes when love is treated badly, it does not fight, it does not beg, it simply leaves. And once it is gone, it may never return.